The city renamed Chicago Avenue. There'll be a Chicago and LaSalle at noon. And we've got them in bed at the Ritz. Jimmy Pankow and Lee Loughnane, Walt Parazater, Bobby Lamb. Nice to see all of you again.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning, Bob.
Hello, Marianne.
I tell you, I feel like giving away some T-shirts and emceeing a record hop right now.
Hope you guys didn't spend the night in that bed.
No, actually, we've been here about 2 weeks. We're doing a sleep-a-thon to raise money for Elton John.
we don't have any credit cards. We got the money in the mattress.
Oh man, it's really going to be wild today when they name a part of Chicago Avenue for you guys. This is quite an honor.
They don't have to change much.
Yeah, that's right.
We come up with something original, you know.
The signage doesn't have to change much, and also you guys sang right over the weekend at Wrigley Field, didn't you? How did that go?
Oh, it was great. It really was.
The Cubbies lost.
Great for us, bad for the Cubs. Yeah.
Well, they've been having a little string of bad luck lately. Oh, let's listen to a little bit of it. Here it is from Saturday afternoon at the ballpark.
A two, a tree. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts.
About 2 seasons.
That's the best that song has ever sounded. Very nice.
All right, we've seen enough of that. Okay. we don't need more of that.
You guys have been together for over 30 years. Was there ever a time when you seriously considered disbanding?
Well, just, those couple of years when we had to sleep 4 to a bed.
And we weren't changing our underwear.
Yeah, we were thinking, man, this can't last long.
And
Seriously, there was no time that you really considered it?
Not really, no.
yeah, when you were first starting out, pretty damn close to sleeping 4 in a bed back in the late 60s.
Oh, no,
huh?
we were sleeping 4 in a bed, and the road manager had a rollaway. So that's the truth.
What was the first big break you guys had? I mean, what really did it for you? Was there one thing?
Well, Peter Chivarelli got us out of jail 2 years into it, so that we could go out and play concerts. Outside of that, I can't think of one. What do you
The
think?
ubiquitous manager, always on the scene.
But there was so much competition at that time. I mean, how did you guys stand out? And get a break?
Well, you know what, to be serious with you for a second, Jimi Hendrix saw us at the Whiskey in California and tapped me on the back and he says, you know, your guitar player's better than us, Terry, our late guitar player, Terry Kath. He says, and the horns are one set of lungs. He says, I'd like to take you on tour. And we thought it was one of those let's do lunch, let's do sushi things. And you know what, he took us all over the country as his opening act, and it was a big break, to be honest with you.
Wow, that's amazing. I never heard that.
Yeah.
What was it like back in those early days in Chicago?
Well, they didn't have cars back then.
Electricity was just coming in. Clara Bow was my girlfriend.
Well, that was a long time ago. My goodness. You still remember some of those clubs, though? Hey, Jimmy, what was your favorite club in those days?
Well, I particularly remember a place called the Club Gigi on the south side. It was run by a guy that didn't think we had a show. He said, you know, you guys are good, but you don't have a show. So he came up and had his own act and incorporated it into the band.
What was the act? Was it
Nate
Gigi?
Pizarro, the singing hypnotist. And this guy would come on stage and do some Sinatra tunes. When I was 17, it was a very good year. And if anybody in the crowd laughed, he had him thrown out of the club. So that was a memorable thing, you know. And I think if we survive that club, we can survive anything.
Well, Lee, what do you consider your crowning achievement as a group?
I think just getting up this morning, I think.
Yeah, that would be number
an
one.
Incredible achievement. Getting all the way up here without my shoes on.
I'm sure it was. But you've had so much success over the years and so many great albums and appearances all over the world. Is there a highlight for you guys?
I'll tell you, we've done quite a few things. The thing that sustains us now is the same thing that's been with us since the beginning, and that's the music. I mean, it really comes through, and And having the name Chicago, I think, is something that's a highlight for us.
Okay, back to the music. When I was in high school, I have to tell you that every time that Color My World played, all the girls would swoon and yell and all that stuff. Is that song still a chick magnet for you?
Actually, last night, yeah, we played a show last night in Minneapolis, and a couple of young ladies after the show walked up to me and said, you know, this song, "The Color My World," is, you know, whenever that plays, you know, takes us back to our high school days. And I introduced the couple of ladies to Jimmy, because Jimmy wrote that song, and they were swooning right there.
But even back in the high school days, that was huge. And I always thought, if I ever meet you guys, I need to ask you this question. What does this other song, 25 or 6 to 4, what does that mean? What is that?
Bobby.
Yeah, it's 25 or 6 to 4. The song is a song about writing a song, and the title is just a reference to time. And I know that is not really clear to you.
Please give me a clear answer, because I probably won't talk to you again.
We'll talk after the show.
Okay. Well, hey, that's a little bit of information on it.
I know it's about time. I can tell. I mean, 25 or 6 to 4. Tell me something I don't know.
There, you two guys. Don't get hacked.
You guys, newlyweds, should be thinking about something else entirely anyway.
We should.
Okay.
Walt,
Why are you there?
hey, Walt, you know what? Looking through the albums, I'm thinking, you know, I think I found the secret to your success. You saved all that creativity. You didn't have to think too long and hard about album titles over the years. You know what I mean? So it could all go into your music.
What a relief.
You know, that's true. And you know, Bob, it's been a long time since we've seen you and all that stuff. I heard about your 2 home runs. Sosa was talking about them the other day. You know, but you know what? It was sort of chronicled, you know, the chronology was there with all of the years of stuff. If I might slip in a quick thing, one of the big thrills was selling out a week at the old Chicago Stadium, which beat Frank Sinatra's record, and that was a thrill because, geez, the last time we were in that place, I was in standing room only to see the Hawks win the Cup in the early '60s. So that was a thrill for us, and getting the Medal of Merit from Mayor Daley Sr. was something else. And sorry to digress, but I just had to share that.
No,
with you,
it was
Robert.
a thrill. It was a thrill for me to hear a member of the group Chicago acknowledge that I hit 2 home runs in a softball game the other night.
Well, Sosa said, "Hey, don't steal my thunder."
Yeah, right. No problem there.
By the way, have any of you guys ever worked with Donny Osmond?
Yeah, we did a show a few weeks ago. Hiya, Donny.
Hey, guys.
Love and regards to Marie.
How you doing?
Hey, buddy.
Great.
I got to tell you, when they did the show, you did whoa, 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 beginnings.
Yeah.
The entire place came to a screeching halt. Other productions in the studio that we were at, they stopped their production and everybody came to our studio to watch Chicago.
Oh, really?
You guys had the place pumping. It was a great moment.
Thanks, man.
Thanks for doing the show.
You guys are great.
And Bobby,
you know, we do windows for you anytime.
okay, no problem. Hey, Bobby,
Yeah.
go put a shirt on, will you?
You should see what he's got underneath. Nada. It's a horror show.
Chicago will be at Grant Park, Taste of Chicago. That's Tuesday, tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Admission is free. First ever appearance at the Taste, and that concert is going to be recorded for a live album later in the fall. So hang on, guys. We're going to take a quick break, open up the phone lines, talk to Donny Osmond, and we'll keep you on standby. But I must say, Jimmy and Bobby, Lee, Walt, great to see you guys. It's been so long, and you've been so true to this city over the years. It's a pleasure to have you on the broadcast this morning.
Chicago and on Fox.
And don't leave that bed without having an answer for me. Okay, on camera. Okay?
Well, maybe we'll get it on. We'll be back with
Okay.
Chicago and also Donny Osmond in 2 minutes.